Okay, so moving straight on, we'll unhide our shapes here, and what I'm going to need to do is start making some blocks. So what I'll do is I'll say box auto grid, and these are going to be the shapes which are going to be we're going to be punching out to make our windows with. So there we go, this is another good one. I really want to get in for some detail on this one. So we'll just line that up there. And I'll come back here, and really what we've got is, well, that's a good way in. We've got a box that's going to protrude. We'll convert that to an editable polygon. Very important, that fact. I'll put one over there. Shift and drag, for goodness sakes, shift and drag. Copy that. Bring that one right the way down here. There we go. Copy that. Now, I've just noticed the door and the window are going to overlap, so we'll make sure that they do overlap. There we go. And I'll just take this and I'll move it in here a little bit. Now, it's a fairly safe bet as well to say that that window is the same as that window, just that one's been drawn at an angle. So I'll shift and I'll drag this over, and I'll copy, and just while I think about it, I'll take this box here and I'll shift and I'll drag it into the middle of where the door should be, and then I'll use the vertices to just pull down there and push up there. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll pull one bit in here. That's just, there we go. And I'll do the same here as well. Just pull that all the way over. That's good. Right, okay, so we've got a window there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate this round. I'm going to rotate it until it gets, take that angle, snap off. Rotate it round until the edge is matched. That's pretty good. And we'll double check that in this top view, where I'll just move it, and well, nearly but not quite. We'll move it so that it's level. Now, again, this is pretty much rule of thumb. There's not a huge amount of it's going to be exact in there. It's just got to look about right. That's kind of the important thing. There we go. There's that object. I'll mirror that one, of course. Make it a copy. Drag it across so it just comes out slightly. There we go. We'll look at this in that view, and we'll just very, very gently move that so it's like that. And do the same with this one. Just pull it out so it's like that. There we go. Now the windows appear to be slightly wider, so I'll use my scale tool and I'll make it local. And then I'll just scale that out. There we go. And I'll take this one and I'll scale that out. There we go. And then I'll take all three of these windows here, and I'll shift and drag them down till they match up here in the bottom. There we go. Simple, easy, not too much in the way of effort. So I think that, that and that, so that can come out slightly. That's better. That and that can both come out very, very fractionally there. That's good, that's all going to work for me. Something else I'm going to want to do is take a copy of that door, that window, and that window, and shift and drag them out over here. Now let's just hide our shapes, because it really is important before you do a Boolean that you doubly properly make sure everything's an editable polygon. I'm going to reset the transform of some of the objects here, and then I'm going to convert them all to editable polygons. Now you see here there's a couple of problems occurred. That box is inside out, which would have really knackered my Boolean operation, as is this box. As is this fellow here. Just flip that the right way around. This is why we have backface culling, ladies and gentlemen. It saves an awful lot of time and effort. Just flip that. Let's take that and flip them as well. There you go. So now everything's facing the right way round. I can take that and I'm going to rotate it through 90 degrees so it's the right way around. And I'm going to take this and I'll rotate it through, I've no idea what angle. Although that very nearly looks correct. Let's take off my angle snap and let's just do this. It's good enough. Good enough is good enough for me. Alright, and then from this angle, now what I might need to do is, let's just unhide my shapes. I think that's my door, isn't it? So there's my door. Let's convert that to an edit poly and let's just drag it out a little way, make sure that it fits. That's good. Let's take that window and pop it about there. That will need editing, of course, and we'll take that window and we'll drag it up there. Right, so first off, let's take this one. And we're just moving vertices around. This really isn't rocket science. There's nothing complicated about it. You're just kind of matching up one shape to another shape. And you just have to decide what's going to be your controlling factor. That's all. It's nothing spectacular. There we go. Now that was mirrored, was it? Okay, well, let's flip all of that and let's push this back into the window or back into my object, and let's push that back into my object, and let's push that back into my object. And now I'm going to hide my shape scale. And again, I'll select everything and I'll convert it to an edit poly. I cannot explain to you how important that is. And then I'll select the main mass of my building. I'll go to create compound objects and I'll say pro Boolean. And then I'm going to start picking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come around the corner at 5, 6, 7. Right click. That's that job done. Then I'm going to convert it to an editable polygon. Then I'll select this one and I'll make that a pro Boolean and I'll start picking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right click, stop, right click again, convert it to an editable polygon. All nice and easy so far, nothing too challenging. We've got a whole bunch of holes in we can drop our windows into. I'll then select the main body of the house, and I'll apply a symmetry modifier to it. Symmetry, and then I'll flip that axis. And I'll look at that in a different angle with the shapes unhidden. And what I'll have to do with that is I'll have to take my mirror line and just drag it so that everything matches up the way that it should do. About there. Convert to editable polygon. And there we go. Ready to start putting our doors and windows into. Okay. So, we'll do that. Actually, no, we won't do that in this video. We'll do that in the next video, I think.